It's proper freezing this morning. I've been and done a couple of boiler repairs. I'm on my way now to some communal flats. There's an external boiler room. The lads have been in yesterday, dug it up. It's leaking on an iron fitting. I'm not sure what size it is. They say it's 2-inch. I can't remember if it's 2-inch here or not. It's a few years since I've worked here. They say it's completely gone on one of the elbows, but they reckon the rest of the pipe is in good condition. Obviously they've got no heating in the flats. They're quite vulnerable people, so we're going to head over there now. It's Friday today, and it's showing -2 on my display. And the snow forecast tomorrow, so we'll see what we can do today, see if we can get some heating back on. It's going to be about 10:30 by the time we get there, and then we might have to go and get stuff. So I might get Aidan, the new lad, to come and give us a hand, because we're going to have to fill all the flats and everything back up. But yeah, we'll go and see how bad the pipe is. Sometimes iron pipe just goes like onion skin. Once it's trying to get back onto a good bit of pipe, that's the problem. But we'll head over there. I'll try and get some footage if I can, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. So this is what I've turned up to. They've had this dug out. I can't actually get in the boiler room at the minute, but I can just see under the door and the pipes are coming up. It's leaking on the elbow at the back. What I'm thinking, just cut these off. It looks like they've had some sort of denso on it or something, some side glass tape or denso. Cut them off, because I'm going to struggle. Well, I'm going to have to thread them, and then just take new bits of steel up, and we're just going to have to leave these because they run underneath and then go under the flats. They've had polythene on top. The other thing you've got to watch for is asbestos. I mean, these pipes don't look in too bad condition. That's just denso, that is. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Once we get in the boiler room, we can have a proper look. But I've just got all my kit and everything out. The guy's supposed to be here in about 10 minutes. But I'll probably just saw these off and then take new bits of pipe up. These unions, you can't see it, but there's unions under there, and then they convert to copper. I'll show you my kit while I'm waiting. This is my Rem threader. This goes up to 2-inch. It's ideal for little jobs like this. I've got a big bench one, a rigid one. This is perfect. It's already got 1.25" dies in it, so that just locks on the pipe. You press the trigger, you thread your pipe. Got the pipe bench out. I've already got some pipe in the yard, so I just brought that with me, and Aidan's just gone to get some fittings. I put that boiler in quite a few years ago now, actually. These are heat meters, so we put heat meters in each of the flats as well as own valves. So that's the main heat meter. That just monitors how much energy the boiler's using, and then there's individual ones in each flat, so these are the sensors and stuff like that. Put the lever valves on there. Anyway, that's by the by. It's leaking on one of these elbows at the bottom, so that's just denso tape, that's not asbestos. We'll dig out that a little bit more, but I think what we're going to do is just cut them back there. Let's get that back off. Apparently it's absolutely pissing out. That one's not got a union on it, but we'll be able to get movement on that pipe anyway. Let's disconnect it on there. What we don't want to do is mix our flow return up, not that we would anyway, because where it goes into the flats, the heat meters are all on the flows, I think, so we don't want to cross that pipes over. Let's just cut that off there a minute. See how thick that pipe is? So I say it still looks in reasonable condition, so hopefully we can thread it in the ground and make a repair. Just going to dig a little bit out, make sure there's no cables there. That's polystyrene, that is. There's that orange cable, which I'm just a little bit concerned about. I don't want to re-sift through it, but I wouldn't have thought it'd ran that close to the pipes. That's just polystyrene and insulation in it. I think we should be alright to cut it. they're not too bad. Hopefully we can get a threader on them. We've got a bit of movement on them as well. So if I can get, that's just the Denso, if I can get my threader on there, get them threaded, when Aidan gets back we can get the sockets on there and just put new bits up. Just got to watch it because I don't want to trap my hand on that, which it probably will. That's the first one threaded. So I just put a socket straight on there, and then I'll bring a new elbow up. I use Loctite 55 on my threads. To be honest, I've never had a problem with this stuff, and I use a bit of, you're not supposed to, well, it's not to manufacturer's instructions, but I always put a bit of V2 plus or JetBlue plus over the top. This Loctite does give you the how many wraps you're supposed to do on each thing, but I just cover the threads, and if you put a bit too much on it, it only comes out the end anyway. So what are we on, 1.25 inches? What's inch and a half? Inch is 12 wraps, inch and a half is 10 to 15, so I'll probably do about 20. The bits are sockets, elbows. Beautiful. That's the bit it was leaking on at the bottom near that elbow. It's actually got a split in it there. Point standing off blade now. But yeah, it's completely gone. It is freezing today as well, isn't it?
It's bloody cold, yeah.
All things being equal, I cut that the same length as that one down there, so in theory it should fit. I think that's on it. Do you want me to hold it against you, or do you reckon it will spin? I think it'll probably be alright. just if you don't want your pipe turning. But
No, yeah, it's not tight yet,
no. So it'll probably be alright anyway.
Tell me when we're...
Yeah, just a little bit more, just a touch more, a little bit more, somewhere there, mate. Will do us. Perfect. So that one's just going to shoot straight back up into that. What is that? That's the flow.
I've got with it.
Third time's charm. Nah, there's only one measurement in it. You didn't measure it 50. That looks about right this time.
Yep. Right.
Wind
that on?
Yeah, wind you on, mate. Beautiful. You get some parents fee for this video as well.
Pen?
What's your royalty fee?
10 grand.
10 grand. I don't
I'll take 50p and a Freddo.
50p and a Freddo? A caramel Freddo or a normal one?
A caramel Freddo, the best ones.
They're about £2 now, aren't they?
You're not far off. Maybe get to rob the kids' ones this Christmas. Hey Adam.
One more turn, Del boy. I always say that. You ever watch that?
Mighty Falls?
Yeah. You need to
Where
go
are we?
about half a more turn rounds. You're pointing down at the minute, so I think it'll go, won't it? So it's all turn.
Tell me when I'm...
Keep going. Keep going a little bit more. Well, you'll do, I think. Yeah, that'll probably be somewhere in the ballpark. So there are two coming across. We've just got to make new bits for up here now, which is not too bad. We've done the Oxford bit. Well, I think so anyway. Which one do you want to do? The back one first, David? Just go straight up there. So we can...
This one's going to be
It's Rob.
most awkward to do with another pipe's in the way.
That, well, I don't know. They both probably won't be too bad, will they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start on that back one first.
Yeah, because hopefully that one will go straight in.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Dropped a clanger down. I knew I would. I got the front one in the back and the back one in the front. The back one stepped over the front before. So what we got there? 360 plus the threads. So yeah, that one came out with an M&F. I knew I'd get them the wrong way around. The problem is if I cross them flow returns, it'll go through the heat meters the wrong way around, and there's zone valves and stuff inside, so they need to be right. So I'll get this piece cut in. We'll get this. That's the flow done, and then the return we'll just make up with an M&F. If you paste me now, you paste away the biggest part of me. Who wants to go like that, right? That went like that somehow. Like that, and then just need a measurement from there to there. I've lost my tape measure. Look at those. What we got? Face to face is 600, so 640 should be about right, shouldn't it? Yeah. She's got to put it back on. We'll have to pressurise it back up. There's no mains water in the boiler room. You can run a hose across. I did put a fuel loop, but each of the flats does have a fuel loop in, so we'll have to gain access. We'll get these fittings sprayed up and get them denzoed up. Oh, a good spray. Just helps protect them a bit. We've just got to pressurise up to 1 bar just to test our joints. What we're going to do is going to get some inhibitor in there. This is going to need a few tubs of concentrate. I think there's about 40 radiators on this system. But at least we're not getting any leaks. And at least we can get the heating back on for the tenants. What's the boiler saying? 4.9 degrees. You go through a post-purge cycle thingy on these first. Just click in. Should have a switch live demand. It's fired up anyway. It's got a central heating demand. It only just central heating anyway. This will do hot water. Beautiful. Bit of air in it, but it should start to heat up. Somebody swapped that pump head out. That originally had a 2555 on it. Somebody just put a 1550 head on it. So I don't know how well that'll work. We're just having that on. But yeah, you can see it's a longer body. So I think I put a Stewart & Turner one on there originally. How about this magnet? Actually not that bad really. It's quite bad, but not that bad. Right, we've got all them pipes sprayed up. What we're going to do is we're going to get some water in, we're going to get some inhibitor in, and then we've got to get these pipes well protected in the ground. I don't know if they'll probably sand them back in, but this is Denso tape or side glass tape or whatever you want to call it. It just really protects iron pipework or any pipework in the ground. It's really sticky and horrible stuff, but it does the job. You definitely want gloves on this because it makes a right mess of your hands, so it's just a case of overlapping it around the iron pipe. And as I say, this stops any corrosion with the pipework in the ground. And hopefully it should last another 50 years then. My head will not ache if it leaks. But we'll get tested first, it's just that stuff. Jobs are good, and I think they're all protected all the way through, all densoed up. So yeah, I'll probably pop back on Monday. Well, Aidan's just going around the flats now, just making sure everything's okay, but everything's getting, that's the flow, that's getting nice and hot. Return's picking up as well. Thank you so much for watching the episode. All the support is greatly appreciated. They were super happy to get some heating back on. They did have some electric heaters in the flats, but I've just sat editing the video now and it's snowing outside, so it's probably -2, -3. There's nothing like getting the central heating back on to really boost the temperature. So yeah, hopefully they don't have any further issues there. It was all holding pressure when we left. I mean, the pipework is old, so we just did the repair on that section. I mean, it didn't look too bad, but it could leak again in the future further down. I mean, you can only do what you can do on jobs without ripping apart the whole flats and everything like that. I know you can get the press fittings for the steel pipe, but a little job like that is just as easy to get the threader in. I've got the press jaws for the smaller fittings, but I don't have ones for the bigger ones, so it would meant hiring a gun and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't do too much of them iron pipe repairs, but I do the odd 1 or 2. So yeah, that's how we decided to do that job, and yeah, it's all leak free for the time being. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you all next week.